Ugly cast. It's time to make an ugly presentation cast. I don't see him move, Cole.
I know you see it.
I'll see him. I have Waterlands on.
Get up here with me. Dickhead.
Where's he at? Oh, I see him. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, but he doesn't seem like he wants to bite, does he? What's up, Meffers? Welcome back to the backyard pond situation. Today, we're gonna go somewhere very special. We got some fish out here that are freaking starving. Max is pacing back and forth. He's so hungry too. No one's eating out here. But a very special opportunity has presented itself to us today. We're going to go to a brand new, not only just a fish hatchery, a place that has all these stalker fish that reached out to me for sale. They also have a couple other projects going on that if you're an outdoorsman here, especially if you're one in the area in Texas, East Texas here, you're gonna wanna see the rest of this video because they got some crazy stuff and we're gonna go explore that really quick. It's called Blessed Bayou. I'll put their information down below if you guys wanna stock your ponds or get some help with some other things that you're about to see here with your property. Sounds like a pretty incredible place, but we are gonna get, I don't even know, what'd they say, several, 10,000 fish today? Yeah. I don't know, we got a bunch of likes on the crawfish video. Max just found a cooked one over there on the ground. He didn't make it in the pond, or he did and he got out, but maybe it was just today. It's about 137 degrees every day. Today it's down to 98, so I'm gonna go get a hoodie on probably in a little bit. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun video. We're at the bayou. Ready, Max? Yep. Check her out. You Chris? Chris. Nice to meet you, Chris. Nice to meet you. Yep. This is my son, Max.
How you doing, man?
This is Cole, the camera guy.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
My wife, Darcy.
Nice to meet you, Darcy. Oh, you're fine.
Kyle.
Nice to meet you, Kyle.
Yeah, this is kind of the home base. We have a storage facility here, RV and boat storage, and then we office here, and then we have our fish pets here. And then everything else is up at the property Liberty.
Yeah,
so
sweet.
We just missed the bottle feeding on the access doves.
Max, you ever been that close to a deer?
No, I wouldn't.
The ones in our yard will get pretty close to you, but we haven't seen them in a while. Amy chases them off. Fishing the opens this year, but that was my main thing. Like I did mostly just YouTube and Facebook stuff for videos, and the last 6-7 years full time.
Yeah, we also do wildlife management as well, and so it couples with it. So a lot of whitetail work that we do. Most of those properties want very high-end trophy bass fisheries.
Yeah,
so, which you know, I mean that's
that's a lot of money in that. Yeah, it is for sure.
To try to produce that consistently.
It is. Are most of the fish here, the stalker fish here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're back here in the back if y'all want to go look at them.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Real big deal that we had with those bass that threw in there, so your 14-pounders will have trouble eating.
That's a lot of fish, Max.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, those might be good actually to stock because they spawn a ton.
Crazy how raised.
Really?
I don't know of any other fish that reproduces like they do. They do, if the water temp gets below 55-ish at all depths, they'll die.
Right.
Really, it's not a bad thing. They'll get real lethargic and your bass will gorge on them.
That's what I've heard.
Going into winter, and then really that pre-spawn, it builds their body condition going into spawn.
Yeah.
So they're extremely useful. They also eat algae and duckweed.
They'll spawn this year though in beds and stuff? Oh, like sweet.
Every 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Damn.
And they're mouth bruisers, so they hold the fry in their mouth. So the survival rates on the fry are real high.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're extremely fatty, but their reproduction is insane.
Red fins are?
Yeah, and they don't directly compete with the bluegill.
Right, yeah. So like stocking threadfin in a smaller pond, can it get to the point where the biomass is too great and it kills off the pond?
It can, but generally in smaller ponds, it's hard to keep a sustaining population of them. So as bass
Yeah, they mow them down. Yeah.
And the other thing is with threadfin, if the water's too clear, they don't do well.
Right.
And so they eat plankton. They're filter feeders.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But when there's any kind of clarity, like above 24 inches, the bass just wear them out.
Of course.
But if it's less than 24 inches and you can get them to reproduce,
they're
phenomenal.
It'd be really good then.
Yes.
All right, we're at property numero dos. What do we got going on here?
Well, we have a small fish farm where we're raising some genetic specific bass, bluegill, fathead minnows, a few other forage species, and then we have a 7-acre lake that we just dug.
That was the one with all the big rock piles we just went by?
Yeah, so we tried to design, as far as habitat goes, you know, there's a lot that you can't see, but there's a lot of cover in there, rock piles. And what we tried to do was distribute everything evenly from what we know or what we feel is best, and then connect everything with travel corridors.
Yeah.
Creeks and
Heck yeah.
and all that good stuff. So
and you loaded it with forage, you said?
Yeah, we've stacked it with forage at higher rates than I've ever been able to stock a pond with.
Right.
Just because it's our personal
deal,
you know, and so we're fixing to go in with largemouth bass, some genetic specific largemouth bass that we've been raising, and the goal is to grow as big of bass as we can possibly grow.
Deal. I like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna check that out.
Yep.
And some access deer stuff I saw too.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
We'll go into, we have a small access breeding program where we're doing, you know, similar as what the bass, we're selectively breeding certain genetic traits and disease resistance and things. And then we'll utilize those animals to improve genetics on properties.
Heck yeah.
So,
let's check it out.
Dude, I put 1,200 pounds of threadfin shad in here.
No kidding.
Which is about twice as much as I've ever been able to do on private water, you know.
I'd say it's pretty loaded.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang, man. So yeah, they're doing it the right way. Opposite of what I did, where I kind of just pulled up to the property, my ponds, and just stocked some big fish in it. This is how you grow giants, is you absolutely freaking load a body of water with forage and get the forage established like crazy. As you can see, bluegill, threadfin shad, and then they stock the very specific genetic freaks that are nowhere else probably right now, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. Put them in here and let them just mow that down and get giants. So we'll definitely have to come back here and kind of track the progress of those in the coming years. How fast do you think those will grow, and what size are you going to put the bass in here?
I'm going to put them in fingerlings. What we're going to do is this year's fingerling crop, will take the very top end growth rates from that age class and start moving them in here.
Sweet.
So really, this month, towards the end of this month, we'll start that process.
Right.
And so they'll be in here, and then, like I said, we've got red ear in here too, and then a really high population of fatheads for the beginning growth of those fingerlings.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping, you know, 3 pounds per year is about the max I've seen, but I'm hoping to surpass that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
We'll see.
So without sharing too many trade secrets, do they have, I assume, genetics of both Florida and northern strains?
These will be pure Floridas.
Pure Floridas,
Yep.
Okay. That's the way to go to grow them as big as possible.
That's correct.
Got it.
When the management scheme is not so focused on high catch rates.
Yeah, that makes
really
sense.
Trying to grow really, really big fish.
Yeah.
We use they're certified pure Floridas.
Beauty.
And then our brood fish, we have parentage DNA on, and so we can kind of pedigree them as we go along. You know.
Sweet.
So.
That's awesome. No kidding.
So symmetrical.
He is, yeah.
With whitetail, the process is down pretty good
Right.
as far as AI goes
Right.
and embryo work goes, but the axis is still a learning curve.
Okay, here is our haul. We freaking cleaned up. They had a lot of fish there, and some big fish that we've never added to these ponds as well. So I was really impressed by what they had. And they're only going to have more as time goes on. As you guys saw at the pond that they just built there, not only, of course, they're doing the super exciting stocking and then hopefully growing the world record largemouth in the pond, but also going to have a way bigger breeding program. And they got the axis deer going. They got some whitetail stuff going. It's freaking awesome. But we got a whole bunch of bluegill, a whole bunch of shiners, and kind of a surprise to you guys, they had these guys here too. I didn't know they even had any in stock. Some big old tilapias. And my man was telling me that they can actually reproduce every couple weeks. Now, we stocked some tilapia in this pond last year, but they were mostly, the biggest ones were maybe this big. A lot of them were really small. I don't think they survived very long. I think they got freaking munched. And so these guys are gonna be a little too big, maybe, for the big bass to eat. And so that's going to allow us to just constantly have reproduction, and they don't do well in water under 55 degrees in the winter. So they might die off then, but they'll get lethargic and probably get eaten at that point. But regardless, up until then and then in the future, they're going to be able to reproduce like crazy and just restock the forage for us, which is incredible because we haven't had a whole lot of that going on since we started stocking these bass in here. They also were kind enough, Chris threw some giant freaking bluegill in as well. Some that are just probably too big for the most part for some of these bass to eat. I don't know if you can see them down here, but that's like it's probably 8.5, 9-inch bluegill, really well fed. There's another big 9 to 10-inch bluegill in that bag. And yeah, those freaking tilapia are going crazy back there. First things first though, when you get them acclimated to this water, this is nice cool water that it came from the fish hatchery. We'll put them in there in the water in the bag, which is gonna change that water temperature really quickly, and at that point we're gonna be able to turn them free, and you're probably gonna see some get absolutely destroyed by these big bass. I think the plan of attack is we need a long sustained population of bait fish, hopefully reproducing in both ponds. And so we're probably gonna put 5 tilapia in here, 5 in the other one. The biggest 5 are gonna go in the big fish pond over there. And then as far as the bluegill, we're gonna spread those pretty evenly. Once again, the bigger bluegill are probably gonna go in the pond over with the bigger bass just so they don't get eaten, they have a better chance to reproduce. And the shiners are mostly gonna go in this pond right here because they aren't gonna do much reproducing. They're gonna do a whole lot of supplementing the bass that live in there. Since there's a lot more bass, a lot more solid sized bass, 5 to 11 pounds in this pond right here, those fish need to be fed, and the shiners are just, they're flat out gonna get munched. So let's get them going. Oh, also got some feed that we're gonna throw in. Wow. 20 pounds of shiners, 15 pounds of shiners. They're one of big bass right there. Put them in the water. It's kind of hard to see. I need to get the weed whacker out here and chop some of this because hard to see over it. But water's getting kind of low again. It was up to this water level right here at one point this spring, and now it's been kind of not full on drought, but pretty low amount of rain. We had some yesterday though, so of course the ponds are more stained than usual. Okay, let's release some fish. Look at those beautiful, delicious little morsels. Good luck. There's another better sized bluegill. We're gonna save those for the big fish pond so they don't get eaten maybe. Probably will. Those guys are gonna have a short life, I have a feeling. So these shiners are like regular shiners. They're not goldens like we have dumped in the past, I feel like. But these guys are just straight up little protein popsicles for a nice big old summer beast. Fortunately, Ozzy's taking a nap, so you gotta put up with my ugly mug this entire time. I know it's not good. More bluegills. Oh, the shade. It's only 84 when the shade's out. When the sun comes out, it's 219,000. Another bag of shiners. Pretty good. We've only had like 10 dead fish, only shiners, no dead bluegill on this super hot day. So they were talking about how they don't usually like to transport fish when it's midsummer like it is right now. But they did a good job. Time to get some tilapia put in here. This is probably a commonly known fact by all you fish stocking experts out there, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. These tilapia are super successful in their survival rates, at least to fingerling size when they're fry, because Chris was telling us they actually put the fry in their mouths while they're tiny, so they don't get eaten by predator fish. So these tilapia just hold them in there and don't allow for the big predator fish to eat them, which is pretty damn cool. And I'm gonna put the smaller type tilapia, probably gonna put like 5 or so in here. We'll see, might put some bigger ones in here. This is the smallest one. He's a lot like what we stocked in here last year. We stocked actually a lot more smaller ones than that even. And we need these guys to succeed. Ow, mother! Here's one of the bigger tilapias. Looks like your damn typical grocery store tilapia, right? But yeah, let's do 5 in here. There's 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna put the other 5, the biggest ones, over in the big fish ponds, so there's a less chance that they will get munched. We'll see if we can get some big bass to eat on camera. The water, like I was saying, is a lot muddier though, so who knows if we'll be able to. This is also trying to run away. Did you just get munched over? Oh God, he's getting chased. Good night, buddy. I'm confused.
He did it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hopefully that makes everybody nice and happy. Let's get these bigger gills and the big tilapia over at the other pond. All right, let's see if this big guy wants to play. Oh, saw flash. Well, doesn't look like they want to play on TV today. The tilaps dumped in. Check a look at some of these big boys. Trying to get my hand bit off. Weird little guys. Dead. Cool looking fish for sure.
Look like sheep's head.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Some of them are super white and there's a couple on them real dark colored. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna get spined, so. They're already grouped up. Go spawn! Well, it's hotter than piss. Throw this crap away and call her a day. Maybe go get packed up for the St. Lawrence River a little bit. But let us know if you want to see more pond stocking videos. Comment below. Share this with your friend if you think they would enjoy it. And per the usual, we'll kind of add up all the likes, the shares, and the comments. And however many we get, that's how many fish we're going to get next time. We're definitely going back to Blessed Bayou. Again, I'll link them right down below if you guys want to check them out. Get your pond all badass stocked. Or if you have a stocked pond, they do a ton of consulting. Help you grow your bass bigger so they end up like some of these damn freaks. Look at that dust cloud down there. Something just got killed. I was waiting to see that right here, but they must have been over there. Spooked them with my ugly mug. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one and let us know what you want to see stocked in this pond and that pond moving forward. All right, out of here. Peace.